everybody. Welcome to Harley on the Headlines. Thanks for being there. You know, this may be the coolest day in 3/4 of a century. Israelis and Palestinians in Gaza dancing in the streets upon word that the war is ending. Prisoners will be released and hostages will be sent home, the living and the dead ones. Actual peace is still out there, but it is a goal that is closer, and President Trump should be a shoo-in for the Nobel Peace Prize. This may be reassuring in a way. Perhaps China won't be taking over the world just yet. The Chinese economy is having a harder time lately. The latest signpost: each year, the 8-day holiday called Golden Week has meant big-time spending in China. This year, spending is down a lot. The stock market there is doing well, but the people are not so free with their money. It's a lack of consumer confidence indicator. France has been going through prime ministers in a hurry, 5 in just the last 2 years. President Emmanuel Macron is looking for PM number 6. Macron is the boss. A PM gets to do the hard work, kind of like a CEO has a chief operating officer. He gets the job of coming up with and running a national budget in France. The latest, Sébastien Lecornu, is on his way out, and France is in so much financial trouble, the ministers that came in with him for the government won't be getting any severance pay when they leave. This guy, Lecornu, took office last Sunday. Mostly symbolic on his part, saying France has got to get its economic house in order. We don't have any politicians willing to take a job as number 2 most powerful in the government and then resign in a week to make a point about living within our means. Our politicians argue about digging a deeper hole instead of continuing to spend money we don't have, instead of saving even a nickel. We don't have a budget. We have an old budget that we've had for a while, and we just keep pushing it over and over and over. We're looking through a cockeyed keyhole at an upside-down world these days, that's for sure. We're getting a chance to see how a star forms. This celestial being is a planet that has no star to orbit. It's called a rogue planet because it goes where it wants to, and it is eating, absorbing everything in its path. The planet is huge. It's 5 to 10 times the size of Jupiter, and it is gobbling up about 6 billion tons of matter each second, just because it's so big and has so much gravity. It is living in a cloud of gas and matter. So can it become a new star? Check back in a couple of centuries. Maybe we'll have a pretty good indication by then. It is 620 light years from here. Cha 1107 7626. It doesn't even have a lot of rhythm to it. That's its name. We need to come up with something better than that. I love the beach. Swim a little, go back, baste in the sun until dry and hot again, then swim a little. The only irritating part is, of course, the sand. Gets into everything. And despite all your efforts, you take some home with you in the car. So this sounds weird to me. In 3 small villages in Indonesia, East Java province, sand is key to happiness. People there bring sand from the beach. They cover their front yards in a few inches of it. Tracking it into the house, not a problem. They have big sand boxes, a room-sized or at least hallway-sized sand pit. Literally, they dig a sand pit in the house and fill it with sand. A sand pit right next to a room floored with expensive tile. They loll about in the sand, cover themselves in the sand, gather together in the sand, and sing songs and watch nightfall in the sand. Many of them were born in the sand, literally. Their moms gave birth to them in the sand pit. Imagine that. Afterward, they sift out the wet and bloody sand, and they bring in new. They get married in the sand. They do all kinds of things in the sand. Many homes have rooms of sand, which they call sand mattresses. They sleep there. Saves money on furniture, that's for sure. Man, it takes all kinds to make up this very, very interesting world. that ought to do it for today's Harley on the Headlines. Thank you for checking us out. We can't do it without your help and support, but mostly just your presence. Pass the word, hit like, follow, subscribe. Cannot wait to see what's out there tomorrow. I'm Harley Carnes, and we'll see you soon.